Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Tarji V, aka Designer Mom. So in this video we're going to be talking about my top 6 favorite vanilla perfumes. These fragrances, they smell so good. I'm a lover of vanilla fragrances, so if you love vanilla just like me, stick around and watch this video. So the first fragrance we're going to be talking about is Paradox by Prada. This fragrance, initially when I sprayed this, I didn't like it, but as it settled, I fell in love with this vanilla fragrance. So this fragrance was launched in 2022. It's an amber floral fragrance for women. This fragrance is a must-have in your perfume collection, with the floral, a little bit of sweetness and fruitiness as well mixed in with the vanilla. Is such an intoxicating perfume that you should always have. I'm so in love with this fragrance. So let's jump into the top notes of this fragrance. The top notes are pear, tangerine, and bergamot. Initially, when you spray this fragrance, to get a nice burst of just a citrus vibe. It's a clean, sophisticated scent at the top. It's just so fabulous. It's just such a nice combination of notes at the top of this fragrance. So the middle notes are jasmine, neroli, and orange blossom. With the jasmine and orange blossom, you get a nice citrusy sweet vibe from this fragrance in the middle of it. So the jasmine sambac is just so beautiful. It's just a nice hint of sweetness to go with the citrus vibe of this fragrance. So let's jump into the base notes of this fragrance. The base notes are bourbon vanilla, white musk, amber, and benzoin. So now with the base notes, that's where the vanilla comes in. You get a nice smooth bourbon vanilla at the base. It's such a beautiful vibe from this perfume. And then with the amber, that's where the warmness comes in as well. So the vanilla, the amber, the benzoin, you don't get any musk from this fragrance. It's just mostly a sweet citrus vanilla fragrance that is just sophisticated. Overall, this fragrance is sophisticated, it's intoxicating. It's just a beautiful vanilla perfume to add to your collection as well. So let's jump into the longevity and the sillage. The longevity, of course, is 6 to 8 hours. You get an all-day wear from this fragrance. And also the sillage is beautiful, it's moderate, the projection is awesome. People are gonna smell you. This fragrance, no matter where you go. One time I was in my car with this on and this guy could smell me outside of my car. So the projection is pretty strong on this fragrance. This is a must-have in any perfume collection. You can't go wrong with Prada Paradox. So the next fragrance on my list is by Valentino. This is Donna Born in Roma. Another amber floral fragrance for women. I love this fragrance. This is another vanilla perfume that I'm in love with. This fragrance was launched in 2019. So when I initially sprayed this fragrance in the store, oh my god, it was like love at first sight. I love this fragrance. It's like a must-have in your perfume collection. Every girly, sophisticated, modern girl should have this fragrance in your collection. This is such a beautiful fragrance. It's sophisticated, it's intoxicating. The vanilla in this fragrance mixed with the notes is so beautiful. It's a must-have. So let's jump into the top notes. The top notes are blackcurrant, pink pepper, and bergamot. Initially, when you spray this, you get a nice burst of the pink pepper. It's just such a sweet vibe at the top. Mixed in with the bergamot, you get a nice little kind of citrusy, but not too strong, but it's the perfect blend of just a nice warm citrus vibe at the top. So let's jump into the middle notes. The middle notes are jasmine sambac, jasmine tea, and just jasmine. It's just nothing but sweetness in the middle of this fragrance. It's just so pretty. With the jasmine middle notes, this fragrance just takes off. It's just such a fabulous scent. It's so intoxicating in the middle. Oh my god, it is so yummy. I just love this fragrance. So let's jump into the base notes. The base notes are guaiac wood, cashmere, and of course bourbon vanilla. Oh my gosh, the bourbon vanilla is so intoxicating in this perfume. You're just gonna love the vanilla performance in this perfume. So with the bourbon vanilla, you get kind of like a liquor vibe to it. So it has like this strong kind of, you know, intoxicating scent that is just, you know, it's kind of spicy, it's kind of warm as well, and it's round and it's just strong and sophisticated. I just love this perfume, yo. This fragrance bad. You have to add it to your collection. It's like the perfect one. Well, not the perfect, but one of the perfect vanilla perfumes that I'm in love with, and I'll always have it in my perfume collection. So let's jump into the longevity and the sillage. Longevity, of course, is 6 to 8 hours. You can't go wrong with the wear on this fragrance, and of course the sillage is moderate. It can be strong as well. It just depends on how much fragrance you use, but this fragrance is always going to make you smell just fabulous, intoxicated, and just that sophisticated girl. So you should add this fragrance to your collection if you're a lover of vanilla. Another fragrance I'm in love with is by Saint Laurent. This one is Libre. This fragrance was launched in 2019. This is considered an amber fougere fragrance for women. I just love this perfume. It's a must-have. The vanilla in this fragrance is so pretty. It's intoxicating. It's just so beautiful as well. You guys will love this perfume. So let's jump into the top notes of this fragrance. The top notes are mandarin orange, lavender, petitgrain, and blackcurrant. The performance at the top of this fragrance is just so beautiful. It starts off so bright and pretty and citrusy, but yet sweet as well. You'll just love the way this fragrance performs at the top. Initially, you will fall in love with this fragrance. Now with these top notes, this perfume performs so beautifully. It's so seductive, it's intoxicating. The vibe of this fragrance is just pure sophistication and just fabulousness. You have to fall in love with this fragrance. I just love this vanilla scent. It's so beautiful. So let's jump into the middle notes. The middle notes are lavender, orange blossom, and jasmine. Again, the jasmine and the lavender is such a beautiful, sophisticated, seductive combination. The middle notes of this fragrance is just so beautiful. It's sweet. It's just warm as well. It's just pure sweetness in the middle of this fragrance. It's just so pretty. So let's jump into the base notes. The base notes are ambergris, cedar, musk, and of course, Madagascar vanilla. Like I said before, any fragrance with Madagascar vanilla is just going to be beautiful. That is the most expensive, well, one of the most expensive perfume notes that you're ever going to smell in your life. The sophistication of Madagascar vanilla is just refined, it's beautiful, it's seductive, it's intoxicating, it's everything. So once you know this note is going to be in a perfume, just know the fragrance is going to sell off. Pretty much. It's going to just smell awesome. And the vanilla in this perfume is just so pretty. It's perfect. It's just such a sophisticated scent. You guys can't go wrong with this fragrance. So let's jump into the sillage and the longevity. The longevity of this fragrance is 6 to 8 hours. You're just going to get nothing but pure sophistication, seductiveness, and just intoxicating perfume. It's just so beautiful. And then the sillage, of course, is moderate, and it also depends on how much fragrance you apply. So if you want a strong sillage, of course, you apply more. If you just want something that's intimate, you apply less. So it's just based on how you wear this fragrance. So overall, this fragrance is a must-have in your perfume collection if you're a lover of vanilla perfumes. This is just such a beautiful, seductive, intoxicated, and just sophisticated perfume that you'll always love and always have in your perfume collection, just like me. So here's another favorite of mine. This is called Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. I believe this was my first amber floral fragrance that I fell in love with. I believe I first purchased this back in 2019 when I did my first perfume video. This was one of my fragrances. Oh my gosh, when I smelled this fragrance, I was immediately in love. The sophistication of this fragrance is perfect. So this fragrance was initially launched in 2016, but I became aware of it, I believe it was back in 2019. But it's such a beautiful scent. This fragrance didn't take off until about maybe 2019, 2020, when people started becoming aware of this perfume and how beautiful it is. So initially when I started wearing this fragrance, I wore it to work. So anytime, you know, I was out at work, or whether I was in the store, as always in Home Goods or Marshalls, people would always stop me and ask me like, TJ, what are you wearing? Well, they didn't say TJ because they didn't know my name, but still they said but still they asked me, you know, what are you wearing? It's so pretty. So of course, you know, people don't know my name, but they would ask me, you know, what fragrance are you wearing? And I would tell them it's Good Girl, and I would tell them exactly where to get it. Just run to Macy's, girl. So this fragrance is always gonna be a banger, and you'll always get compliments wearing this beautiful scent. So let's jump into the top notes of this fragrance. The top notes are almond, coffee, bergamot, and lemon. Now initially when you spray this perfume, it's just so pretty at the top. It's such a beautiful, sophisticated, seductive scent. Oh my god, with the lemon is what makes this perfume so different. I love fragrances with lemon. I prefer lemon over any other, you know, citrusy notes that are in fragrances. It just smells a little bit more sophisticated, you know, more sophisticated than orange blossom as well. But the lemon just has this perfect note to mix with the vanilla. So let's jump into the middle notes. The middle notes are Bulgarian rose, tuberose, orange blossom, orris, and of course jasmine sambac. With the orange blossom and the jasmine sambac, that's where you get a nice sophisticated sweet vibe from this fragrance as well. It's not overpowering. Okay, let's jump into the base notes. The base notes are a lot of notes, so I'm gonna need a little bit of help. The base notes are tonka bean, coca, of course vanilla, praline, sandalwood, musk, amber, cashmere wood, cinnamon, patchouli, and cedar. And of course with these notes you get just such a nice warm ambery scent from this fragrance. With the vanilla you just get a nice warm creamy vibe from this fragrance. You don't get any musk in this fragrance at all. I don't even know why they even mention it, but there's no musk. So with the base notes, I don't smell any musk, any patchouli as well, because I really don't like patchouli in fragrances. It's kind of herbal to me and a little bit strong, so I'm not really a fan of patchouli. But you don't smell it at all in this fragrance. What you smell is just the amber and the vanilla in this fragrance. It's just such a beautiful scent you'll love. So let's jump into the longevity. And the sillage, of course, is 6 to 8 hours of nothing but sophistication and just smelling like a seductive siren, pretty much. People are just gonna gravitate towards you and always ask you, what are you wearing? And you just tell them, Good Girl, of course. The sillage is moderate, and like I said, it just depends on how much you apply of this fragrance. You're gonna get either a strong overall projection, or you're just gonna get something intimate. So it just depends on how you wear this fragrance. I'm gonna always recommend this perfume to have in your collection, especially if you're a lover of vanilla perfumes. This is such a must-have. It's just sophisticated, it's intoxicating, it's seductive as well. You guys are gonna love this fragrance. So the next perfume we're gonna be talking about, this one is by Killian. This is called Angel Shares. I just love this perfume. I also love the bottle. It's so sophisticated, and it just reminds me of a whiskey bottle, which is the whole point of this fragrance. So this fragrance was launched in 2020. It's an amber vanilla fragrance that is pretty much unisex. So it's not for women or just solely for men. It's a unisex fragrance. So let's jump into the top note. The top note is just cognac. It's just such a beautiful whiskey type of rich, spicy type of vibe on this fragrance. So let's jump into the middle notes. The middle notes are oak, cinnamon, and tonka bean. With the cinnamon, you get like a spicy vibe to this fragrance as well. So with the tonka bean, this fragrance kind of gives like a gourmand vibe. The tonka bean has like a woodsy smell, so if you're into vanilla, you know, almond and pistachio, those are the kind of scent that tonka bean gives off, and it's just so, it's so pretty in this fragrance. And of course, the base notes are sandalwood, praline, and vanilla. So with the vanilla, the tonka bean, and of course the cognac, get a little bit of cinnamon as well. You get a spicy licorice type of vibe from this fragrance. It's going to remind you of a whiskey bottle, and of course whiskey as well. How rich and creamy and also spicy whiskey could be. Have I ever tried whiskey? I can't recall. But this fragrance is just so pretty, especially if you want to try something that's different. This fragrance is so unique, especially if you're a lover of vanilla. I think this is just a unique spin on a perfume that you're gonna love. I love this especially because it's just so different, and also the cognac just makes it so pretty, but it's also kind of masculine as well, but it's like a beautiful masculine fragrance. So I highly recommend this vanilla perfume. Let's jump into the longevity and the sillage. Of course, it's 6 to 8 hours, and the sillage, it just depends on how much fragrance you use. It's moderate, the projection is strong. You get just such a beautiful, sweet, spicy, yet intoxicated vanilla cognac smell from this fragrance. You'll love it. So I highly recommend this perfume to add to your collection as well. Another fragrance I love, this one is by Saint Laurent. This is Black Opium Neon. Now I do have the original as well, but I love this one because it's a little bit sweeter. The other one is more on the gourmand side, but this is a mix of gourmand and sweetness as well. This fragrance was launched in 2019 and is considered an amber floral fragrance for women. It's just so pretty, especially the vanilla in this fragrance. It's just a warm, gourmand, woodsy vanilla, but yet sweet fragrance you'll love, especially if you're a lover of fruity perfumes. You'll love this perfume as well. So let's jump into the top notes of this fragrance. The top notes are pitaya, citron, and mandarin orange. That's where you get a nice citrus vibe from this fragrance. It's just it's so pretty at the top. Initially when you spray, you just get a nice burst of just citrusness. It's so pretty. You guys are gonna love this. So the middle notes are orange blossom, coffee, and jasmine sambac. With the jasmine sambac, you get the sweetness from this fragrance, and then the coffee is where the gourmand side comes in. The gourmand, the coffee, and the jasmine sambac makes it such a beautiful, sweet, but yet coffee type of scent. It gives it like a warm aroma. And then the base notes are vanilla and musk. I don't smell musk at all. I mostly smell nothing but vanilla, coffee, and of course the jasmine sambac. You kind of get like a fruity yet woodsy, oudish type of fragrance. It's just warm, sophisticated, intoxicated, and sweet as well. So let's jump into the longevity and the sillage. The longevity, of course, is 6 to 8 hours. The sillage is moderate, or it just depends on how much fragrance you apply. It could be strong, it could be intimate. It's just how you like. It's just a matter of how you like to apply your fragrance. So I think you'll love this to add to your perfume collection. I love this fragrance as well. So if you're a lover of coffee and vanilla mixed together, you'll love this fragrance. And it's also sweet as well. So you're not gonna just smell, you know, like you smell like coffee, you know, like you just drank a hot cup of coffee. It smells sweet, it's very sophisticated and intoxicating as well, and I think you'll love this fragrance. So you guys, those are my top 6 vanilla fragrances that I love to wear. So if you're a lover of vanilla scents, don't hesitate to try these out or to add them to your perfume collection. So without no further ado, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.